Hey, what's up, guys? I want to quickly comment on a few things that I've heard in the aftermath of the Spence Garcia fight. And I barely scratched the surface, man. So who knows what else was said that I have not heard? All right, so I may comment on some stuff later. But I want to respond to Derrick James and Errol Spence and two things that they said. All right. First off, Derrick James. All right, video that was uploaded by Fight Hub. I believe it was Fight Hub. Let me go up to see, make sure. Um, yeah, Derrick James, Michael Garcia will never be the same. Uploaded by Fight Hub TV. All right, he says that Michael Garcia will never be the same because, not because of the punishment that he took, but that because everything that he believed about himself and thought about himself was proven to not be true. So he thinks that Mikey is mentally defeated and dejected. All right. You see, it's things like this is why I'm not a fan of Derrick James. All right. This is the equivalent of kicking a man while he's down. Spitting on the man that's on the ground, taking a piss on him. You know, all Derrick had to say was, but before I even say that, Derrick was going on this whole time talking about how smaller men can't take the power, but they don't spar smaller guys. Smaller men can't take the power, right? Uh, but yet Mikey did not get knocked down, and he went a full 12 with Errol Spence. So what he should have said was, "Hey, I respect Mike Garcia. He's a great fighter. He went 12 rounds. He did what a lot of welterweights cannot do. You know, he should have said that. He should have said, we respect this guy for taking the fight. For stepping up, for thinking that he had a chance. He has my respect. That's all I had to say, man. But instead, he's saying this, these kind of things, right? Um, he said something about Trinidad wasn't the same after he lost to Bernard Hopkins. Um, Derrick. Everybody's not like you. When Joe Lipsy beat you at the MGM Grand and gave you your first loss, and your career was never the same. A young Derrick James who was in over his head fighting one of the best middleweights in the world at the time. You know, and your career was derailed. Mikey Garcia was in his 40th fight. The man's won in 4 different divisions, world titles, and is a Hall of Famer. Future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. So, no, everybody's not like you, Derrick. You know, um, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, man. Uh, I tell you another guy who lost a fight and turned out to be all right, and that's Canelo. You know, he got schooled by Floyd, and what happened? Not to be honest, I thought he lost to Arizona Lara also. He got a gift in that fight, but he took what he learned in those fights and became a better fighter. He added better defense to his game, shoulder roll, being able to fight off the ropes, being able to fight off the back foot. All things that were done to him in a fight, he added to his repertoire, and started using in his fights. He said after the Lara fight that you cannot win a fight by running, and then when he fought Triple G in the first fight, he boxed brilliantly off the back foot and won the fight in that way, in my opinion, despite everybody saying that he ran. It was brilliant back foot boxing in that fight. So no, Derek, just because somebody takes a loss, it doesn't mean that they are mentally defeated and their career won't be the same. If that was the case, then anytime somebody would lose, they would never win another fight. You know, so totally disagree with Derek and what he said there. Now, let me go on to probably a more egregious mistake by Errol Spence. All right, let me highlight the video so I tell you the title. It was uploaded by Fight Hype. Insulted Spence reveals Garcia arrogant and Tyson something. I can't read the rest of the title. It's 3 minutes 34 seconds. All right. Errol Spence actually in this video is bringing race into boxing, and basically saying, basically from his words, he is saying that people should only pick winners, support guys who are the same ethnicity as they are. All right. He goes on to talk about how Sugar Ray Leonard and other legends, Mike Tyson, were picking Mikey Garcia when people like, I think he said Marquez and I forget who else were picking Mikey Garcia. People talking about they were picking a guy who wasn't from their ethnic group, and they were picking guys who their guy from their ethnic group. And man, what is Errol Spence saying, man? This is terrible, man. This is one of the worst things you can say. I mean, just think about this, right? All right, just think about this now. This guy is from DeSoto, Texas, Dallas, Texas. He is in that area, right? He just fought in a stadium that had what? Over 45,000, 47,000, whatever it was. I was one of them, all right? He was trying to endear himself to the Latino fan base. Wasn't he the one wearing trunks in the color of the Mexican flag? Wasn't that Errol Spence? Huh? Trying to endear himself to the Mexican people? To get to make Mikey's fans become his fans? There were a lot of people of Hispanic descent, man. At that fight. That helped build and make that attendance. So how can you make them your fans when you saying basically that they should only support their own people, their own fighters, people from their ethnic background? He just shot himself in the foot, and I can tell you firsthand, it was a Mexican girl sitting beside me, a kind of heavy set Mexican chick was sitting beside me, to my left, and she was all for Errol Spence, man. A Latina. She was not black. She was Latina, and she was all for Errol Spence. She was not cheering for Mikey. Yeah, hit him to the body. Yeah, he don't want it. Yeah, oh, it's time now. He was coming out. She was all for Errol Spence, man, and she was not black. All right. What is Errol Spence saying, man? He is just killing himself, man. He needs some guidance, man. Al Heyman needs to have a talk with him. Or somebody with some business sense, a PR person, a promoter, somebody. He talking about these guys. These guys, they going with the guy that's not from the ethnic group, and then the guy, from Mike Garcia's ethnic group are picking him, but they not picking me. Like, so what, man? And people want to bring race into sports and boxing and shit, man. And where you from and what your skin color is and shit, man. It's a sport, man. This ain't about all that shit. This is a sport, man. That's why you don't hear me talking about picking people because of their skin color and where they from and shit, man. That ignorant bullshit talk. Nah, man. And this guy, he trying to endear himself to the Mexican fan base, but then gonna say this shit after the fight. So if some if some Latinos heard that and were offended or whatever, and say, oh well, he only want his his people to support him. How could you be mad at him and blame him? So just terrible, man. Somebody needs to sit down and have a talk with him, man. That's just bass backwards, all right. And let me finally quickly comment on him and Shawn Porter. I heard when I was at the stadium, I could not make out. I know he said something about Shawn Porter in the ring, but I didn't know what he said because it was just kind of noisy and I couldn't make out what he said. I just heard the crowd kind of react like, oh, But he said that Shawn Porter cannot sell out a family dinner. All right. And then I looked at this interview or this video uploaded by PBC on Fox. Errol Spence Jr. and Shawn Porter get into it. That's not what I would call getting into it. They were laughing, ha ha ha, yeah, and you saying this about me, yeah, we gonna fight, good win, blah blah blah, we gonna see each other, ha. Shawn Porter's going about this shit the wrong way, man. He should be building up heat with Errol Spence, man. He should be building this fight, man. He letting go a golden opportunity pass him by. You know, when Errol Spence said to Terrence Crawford for the world to see, talking about let me get that easy belt from Shawn Porter, man, Shawn Porter should have went off on Errol Spence, man. He should have, man, as soon as he heard that shit, he should have went on Twitter and ripped Errol Spence new asshole, man. He should have tagged Errol Spence and shit and said, man, what the fuck are you talking about? Ain't nothing easy over here. I mean, he should have laid in the Errol Spence, man. He should have laid in the Errol Spence. And he's still taking shots at Shawn Porter. Talking about he can't sell out a family dinner and all this. Man, Shawn Porter should have cut a promo on Errol Spence, man. He can't cuss on Fox, but he should have let it be known. He should have had a mean face, and he should have looked in the camera, with a strong, bold look, and pointed the finger and told Errol Spence what he gonna do to him when he get him in the ring. He should have sold and made that fight. That's what he should have done, man. Instead of smiling and hee-hawing, with Errol Spence, man. Who is not enrolled in the clean box program but wants to fight a WBC champion. And while I'm on that, let me say this. I was gonna do a video on it, but I didn't. Wasn't the WBC diamond belt supposed to be on the line for this fight? I didn't see it get put on Errol Spence in the ring. If somebody saw that, if somebody saw them give him the belt, award him the belt at some point, they can tell me about it, because I did not see it, have not seen it. Have not seen him with the belt, nothing like that. All right. But, it was a couple weeks ago now, man. I was on Instagram, and I was on the WBC's page. I landed on their page. And I saw that they had these posts about Errol Spence. They were putting their logo up and saying shit. And I was like, man, what the fuck is this? Like, man, y'all need to take this shit down. This guy didn't enroll in your program, and you associating yourself with this guy. All right. And then, like, a few minutes later, I was on YouTube. I saw an interview with Errol Spence and Cynthia Conti. And she revealed to me, which I didn't know, that the WBC diamond belt would be on the line. And I saw a picture of the belt with him and Mikey on the belt and all that. And man, I was disgusted. I was kind of hot, man. I'm like, why in the hell is the WBC giving this guy a chance to win anything in relation to them when he did not enroll in their drug testing program, the clean boxing program? All right. So I contacted WBC. And I asked, why the hell were they giving Errol Spence a chance to win a belt of theirs when he didn't enroll in the clean boxing program and still is not enrolled in the clean boxing program? And I got a response. They said that, because Mikey was one of their champions, they were giving him a shot to win the belt, and because of the magnitude of the fight, whatever, all this kind of shit. But they were saying that, that they understand my concerns and they understand where I was coming from, and they would address it at some convention or some meeting or whatever. They would discuss it. So I don't know if they changed their mind and just we're only gonna award it to Mikey. If they did not give it to Errol or whatever, I don't know. But that was a huge error on their part, man. And I saw that they made some more posts talking about Errol Spence after the fight on their Instagram. And I went to those posts and I commented, man, that this guy is not in clean box program. They need to take that shit down. They should not be acknowledging this guy, man. and like they want to associate themselves with Errol Spence so bad, even though this guy did not enroll in their program, man. So I'm saying it now. They were wrong for this shit, man, and just basically spit in my face, spit in the face of Black Horsemen, all other people out there who push for, random year-round body testing, man, clean box program, fair box program, just spit in our face, man. So and I was like, man, if this guy was to win this fight, it would be a disgrace if they draped their belt on him after the fight. I don't know if they did or not. I didn't see it. If they did, I didn't see it. You know, and if they decided not to, they made the right decision because how you gonna have a drug testing program, and then put a belt on a guy who didn't enroll and got dropped from your rankings, bass backwards. So I think that's it, guys. I went a lot longer than I thought I would, but I want to comment on these things, man. Um, You guys can let me know what you think. And if I see anything else, I'll do a video later, talk about it. But yeah, Derrick James, somebody send this video to Derrick James, man. Let him know what I'm saying, man. He didn't have to say that shit, man, about Mikey. He should have gave Mikey some respect, cause the whole time, man, can't nobody take the power. Small guys can't take the power, And Mikey, a tough guy, a very skilled boxer, a future Hall of Famer. He stayed in the fight with Errol Spence, man, even though he lost big time. All right, and Errol Spence just killing off his potential fan base. Man, if I was Errol Spence, man, I'm telling you, I'd be so in tune with the Mexican fan base there, man. I'd be learning Spanish. I'd be going to the schools. I'd be having all kind of events with the Latino fan base out there, man. Hell, I have my red ribbon with my name on it for them to wear to my fights. Uh, I would be at all kind of functions out in Dallas, Houston, with the Mexican fan base. Hell, I'd have them thinking that I had some Mexican blood in me, man. I'd be endearing myself so much to the Mexican fan base, to the Latin fan base, man. He talking about, he got a problem because black people not picking him, and but the Latinos picking Mikey, So by his words, you only supposed to go for guys who pick people who are your race, you know. And then I got a Mexican girl at the fight beside me who cheering for him hard, man. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll check in with y'all soon, man. Thanks for watching.